Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. This year should be a special schus. Lei Nishmas, Rabbi Ober and Pinchas Halevi. So your side is coming up. Also Rabbi Yaakov Shlomer and Dov Ber. Also your side is coming up. And Shabbos should have an Aliyah. I stabbed with both of them on Shabbos morning. We miss them. And it should be also a schus for Simcha ben Echagittel. Bracha v'atzlacha Chochma Yadav, and for Rabbi Yaakov ben Dina Chasha, Bracha v'atzlacha Chochma Yadav. We're going to learn B'siyata D'Shmaya, the Meshech Chochma. We'll start with the first one, Parashas Mattos. Vayidaber Moshe Roshei Mattos L'vnei Yisrael Lemor Zeh Hadavar Asher Tziva Hashem. And Moshe spoke to the head of the tribes of Bnei Yisrael to say, this is the matter that God commanded. Zeh Hadavar Asher Tziva Hashem. Meshech Chochma writes, Zeh Hadavar, da. You should know. The Meshech Chochma here is going to come Kedarko to answer a number of kashas. The Meshech Chochma was bothered by the fact that whenever the Torah writes Zeh Hadavar, it's only talking to the Dor HaMidbar. And this is not only to the Dor HaMidbar. And even B'shchutei Chutz, the Yanal that is shecht outside the Makom HaMikdash, which is the Doros, it says Zeh Hadavar because there was an aspect of Shchutei Chutz which was only to the Dor HaMidbar, as we're going to see, Mirtzeh Hashem. So since Zeh Hadavar is only the Dor HaMidbar, why here does it say Zeh Hadavar when it's the Doros? It's not a kasha most of us would think of, right? Number two, he was bothered by the fact that it says Roshei HaMattos, when in fact the parsha of Nedarim is said to Gans Klal Yisrael, said to everybody. In addition, he wanted to understand the juxtaposition between Parshas Pinchas and Parshas Mattos. So the Meshech Chochma explains that since the Dor HaMidbar was not forbidden to drink the wine of Goyim, as we're going to see, therefore the Torah commanded the Dor HaMidbar, the Roshei Hador, the head of the people, to find ways to make siyagim through Nedarim and Shvuos to separate ourselves from their wine in order that they should separate themselves from the Goyim. And for Dalakashis, this is Shaykh Dafka L'Roshei HaMattos, because they have to teach the Jewish people to make siyagim and nedarim. And it's Dafka in the Dor HaMidbar, because that's when the Yain wasn't yet Aserd. And we also understand the smichus of this parasha to Parashas Pinchas, because this was after the whole falling with the Benos Moav. And therefore, after we have the whole parasha of the schar that Pinchas got, so we learn that it's important to distance ourselves from the goyim. So that is the Tamtzita Divrei Meshech Chochma. So let's see it inside. Da the b'chol makom b'miluim v'yikra perak tes uva shmos perak lamed hey uva shmos tezayin nemar zeh hadavar mishum de'eino noeg l'doros. It says Zeh Hadavar because it's not for the generations. And they also prove from this in Bava Basra, Daf Kuf Chaf, Lo Tisov Nachala, Ein Aladaris. Abbas Yisrael, who doesn't have any brothers, Yarshins her father, and when she dies, then her husband or her sons Yarshin her. And if her father is from one shevet and her husband is from a different shevet, her nachala is going to go from her father's shevet to her husband or children's shevet to a different shevet. And therefore, the Torah assered Abbas Yisrael from one shevet to marry somebody from another shevet. Zeh Hadavar asher tziva Hashem levnot tzlofchad lemor. Latov beinechem tiyel lenashim ach lemishpachas matei aviem Tiyana Linashim. So it says Zeh Hadavar. So Chazal learn in Bava Basra and Av Kuf Chof Amid Aleph that this din was only in the Dor HaMidbar. Frek the Gemara that since this was only in the Dor HaMidbar, why does it say in the parish of Shchutei Chutz Zeh Hadavar? Since from Zeh Hadavar it's only then Dor HaMidbar. Zeh Hadavar Shatziv Hashem Lemor Yishish Beis Yisrael Shal Yishchad etc., which is answering Shchutei Chutz, shechting outside the Beis HaMikdash. Why does it say Dafka for the Dor HaMidbar? Shchutei Chutz is L'Doros. And for the Gemara, that even though it says Zeh Hadavar, we still learn in Isser L'Doros from a different pasuk from the pasuk there that it says Yud Zayin Zayin Chukas Olam Tia Zois Lahem L'Doraisam. So Zakta Meshech Chochma V'chein Uchichem Zeh Bava Basra Dol Tisov Nachal Eina L'Doros says Zeh Hadavar. It's only for that generation. Rak de Parach Mishchutei Chutz. The Gemara asks from Shchutei Chutz V'zeh L'Perish Ramban. So the Meshech Chochma answers that according to the Ramban, everything works out because he holds that in the Midbar they were asered from eating chulin. In other words, they were asered from eating basar taiva, and they were only permitted to eat basar kodshim. And somebody who wanted to eat basar, what did he have to do? He had to be makdish the behemoths shlamim, and to be makriv in the mishkan and to eat the basar shlamim. And therefore it says Zeh Hadavar b'shchutei chutz, that the din of shchutei chutz is noeg in all basar that we are shechting, and that's dafka in the Dor HaMidbar. But afterwards, they had such a thing as basar chulin that isn't aser b'shchutei chutz, and therefore it says Zeh Hadavar. In other words, what's the Zeh Hadavar? What's only for the Dor HaMidbar? Only in the Dor HaMidbar are you allowed to eat. Are you not allowed to shecht any animal outside the Beis HaMikdash? So the Gemara answers that it's Taka L'Doros, but there's also an aspect, that's the Chiddush of the Meshech Chochma, there's also an aspect of Shchutei Chutz that's only for the Dor HaMidbar, and that is that in the Dor HaMidbar it applied to all animals because they were asered in Besar Taiva. V'zeh l'perish Ramban l'medrash degam al chulin neser b'midbar mishum de'az neser lehem Besar Taiva v'haya din kol behemos kishlamim v'im kain asi shapir d'zeh rak b'dor hazeh. So according to the Ramban, it's gevaldik that all of the behemoths then were shlamim, and therefore dafka in this door everything was aser b'shchutei chutz. It was an element that was only for that generation. So we're still holding, when we're reading through the Meshech Chochma, we already know the answer because I told you before the answer. But in the Meshech Chochma, we're still holding by the kasha. Zeh Hadavar is only if dafka for the Dor HaMidbar. But so what's Zeh Hadavar doing in the parsha of Mattos, of Nedarim? Ulam Zeh Hadavar the parsha Nedarim nire ki b'maisa zimri hasiba haya shelo neser yain amoni b'midbar. The problem there was that they didn't yet ask the yain of goyim in the midbar. They were drinking wine. Wine brings to a lot of problems. And what happens when they drink wine? When they drink wine, they end up with the girls. It goes together. And they couldn't make siyagim then. They needed the wine of the Ovdei Gelulim to make siyagim. They needed the wine of the Ovdei Gelulim of the Goyim to make nisachim. Kidamar b'medrash shir hashirim. L'chein amar l'rashei Mattos ki yiru v'shiyasu siyagim v'nedarim v'nezirus l'bli l'shtasiyayin k'dei shelo yavo michshol mizeh. So they couldn't answer the wine yet, but they still needed to make siyagim with wine and nedarim and nezirus and shvuis in order to separate themselves from this michshol. Shikari l'nasi zimri shekine kinas shivtoi uvala mashiira va'inyan muskol v'nachon l'chein nemar zeh hadavar tebedor zeh hayanos l'roshei amatos la'ayin b'zeh. And therefore it says zeh hadavar. That's the smichus now with Parashas Pinchas. So zeh hadavar is to teach us that they have to look into this matter of Nidarim to see how to separate themselves from foreign women and wine and making Nidarim and making siyagim and making fences for themselves. No. So B'siyata D'Shmaya, the Meshech Chochma, in one short paragraph, answers a number of kashas and the beautiful diuk in the pasuk, and it's always eye-opening to learn the Meshech Chochma. What can I tell you? Perek Lamed pasuk Gimel. Ish ki yidor neder l'Hashem o yishava shvua l'asor yisrael nafsho lo yachel dvaro k'chol hayotzei mipiv yaseh. When a man makes a neder to Hashem or a shvua to answer something, he shouldn't be mechalel his words. He shouldn't violate his words. Everything that comes out of his mouth, he should do. Zok the Meshech Chochma, Yinei b'Gemara daf lamed hey, masik diyesh me'ila b'koinamos, af b'koinam prati. So, the Meshech Chochma is going to explain that he has a kasha in the Lashon HaPasuk. It says, Lo yachel dvaroi. So memela, it's pashut that k'chol hayotze mipiv yaseh. That everything that comes out of his mouth he has to do. So l'chora it's lashon miyuteret. It's superfluous. And also it says al nafshoy. What do you mean on nafsho, on his soul? He could aser his nechasim on others as well. So why does it dafka say al nafshoy? So he's going to explain that even though he was mechalel dvaro, it still doesn't go out to chulin. Kol hayotze mipiv yaseh, that even though it's mechalel dvaro, this item doesn't go out to chulin. And that's miyashev why it says al nafsho, because dafka konam prati, if he made his own konam, his own neder, that he was oser only al nafsho, if he was over and he was mechalel, so it doesn't go out to chulin. But if it's a konam klali, that it's oser on everybody, then if he was mechalel it, then it is going out to chulin. So now we're going to see it inside. So first he quotes the Gemara in Nidarim on Daf Lamed Hey. Gemara asks, Ba minei Rav Meir Nachman abakanta Gemara Yedua. Ba Rav Meir Nachman yesh meila b'koinamos olo. Is there meila b'koinamos? The meila is, as we know, that if somebody is motzi chayfetz shel hekdesh merishus hekdesh, or if he's nane hekdesh from hekdesh b'shava pruta, if he did it b'shageg, he's chayiv carbon mila and karen and chomesh, and b'mezid he's chayiv the karen. So if that's meila, so is there meila b'lashon b'konamus? In other words, if somebody asserts something, b'neder b'lashon koinam, which is lashon of hekdesh, does it have a din of meila or not? So Amar Lei, so Rav Nachman said back to Rava, Rav Nachman was a choshev dayan. He used to go with a frak. Dayan in Eretz Yisrael go with a frak. Amar Lei Tinisua, so we can resolve this question. Your question is this Shaina Shaila. We can resolve it from the Heilige Mishnah. That it says that if somebody is Meidir Hana Mechaveiro, he's allowed to be machzir the aveda to the mudar. In other words, Shimon's not allowed to get enough from Ruvain, but he's still allowed. Ruvain's allowed to return the aveda to Shimon. It says in the Mishnah, "Makom shenotim aleh." If a person gets for the Shabbos aveda schar, so what do you have to do? You have to give him schar. The only problem is that sometimes he doesn't want to take schar. He wants to do it for free. So, I always ask why Jews are so enamored with the idea of Bechira Chavshis. And I think the only answer can be is that it's free. In any event, so, if it's a place where you do pay money for Hashavas Aveda, and this person doesn't want to receive money, but now Shimon is getting enough from Ruvain. He's not allowed to get enough from Ruvain. It's worth money. So what should Shimon do with this money? You're not allowed to keep it. Tipo hanola hekdesh. So what he should do is, he should give this money instead to hekdesh. Why the hekdesh? The member ki hekdesh. It's to say that a din konam is like hekdesh. It's comparing the two. Brought in hekdesh to tell us that there's a tzushdel between the two. Ma hekdesh yesh bo me'ilah, af konam yesh bo me'ilah. Yesh ben me'ilah. So just like by hekdesh there's me'ilah, so too by konamos there is also din of me'ilah. Now at the end there's a ran there, so hine b'gemara daf lamed hey masik deish me'ilah b'konam esaf b'konam prati. Because for Rabbeinu Nissen, what is the ran there? Right? Mistapaknali. I have a suffix. Man demal b'konam is in mishteri hahu konam lebasar demoil kemo hekdesh. Since you're holding that konamos have a din me'ilah like hekdesh, so what's the din if somebody is moil b'konam? If he does me'ilah in this konam, he asered b'hana b'konam, and then he was nana. So that's me'ilah. So now, does it have a din like hekdesh? The imishtre who kona lebasar demal kamo hekdesh yotzil chulin de me'ilah. Frek the ran, does it have a din now that it goes out l'chulin after he received hana, just like me'ilah? You're telling me it has a din me'ilah. You want to classify it as me'ilah, so maybe it's like a hekdesh that's yotzil l'chulin al de me'ilah ad kan loshen aran. So continues Morenu Meshech Chochma ulidaiti kiven lezeh sifri zuta zel shono hilal hayomer harei mishamar koinem lebai zeh sheni nichnas kikar zeh sheni toyem yachol yiten hana yasser shel bayis v'yikanes dmei kikar v'yachlenu tamad loimer kachol yotzei mipiv yaseh. So he says that I think this is the kavana of the Sifri Zuta that Hill used to say. Somebody who made a konam that he's not going to enter a house, that he's not going to eat this loaf of bread. So I might think that Yitein hanayaso shel bayis v'yikanes to make kikar v'yochlena. See what that means in a second. Talmud loymar k'chol ha'yotze mipiv yaseh. Pasuk says no, he can't. Chol ha'yotze mipiv yaseh. Vine. So what's the pshat? It can't be that he's telling us that a kohen prati doesn't have a pigeon. Because it's not Rishus Hekdesh, like a Koinem Klali, and therefore it's not Shaykh to have a pigeon. V'nei lahoris to Koinem Prati, Ein lo pidyon, lo mistaber din a boikra. It's not mistaber that the pasuk is telling us that a Koinem Prati doesn't have a pidyon. Pashut that a Koinem Prati doesn't have a pigeon. V'nir yoser de kamash malan, de'im kvar ovar al nidro, v'kvar chilel dvaro, tzarech litein hanayoser lehekdesh kamo kol me'ilah. So that's what the Sifri Zut is telling us. I might think that if he said he's not going to enter into this house, and he did, so what does he have to do? He's over on the neder, he's already mechal dvaro, so now he has to give the hana to hekdesh, like every me'ilah. That's the din of me'ilah, that when you're nene, you have to give your hana to hekdesh. V'afilu hachi, and nevertheless, aser lichnos labayis v'lechol hakikar. So even though you have to give the money, you have to pay it as a din me'ilah. So Talmud Lomar, that doesn't mean though that now you're allowed to just get hana. So again, it's not telling you a din in pigeon. It's telling you a chiddush that even though you received hana, you're still not allowed to enter into the house and eat the kikar. That once you already got hana, you can't say, oh, now it's mechulal. There's no such thing that it's mechulal and now you can get hana. That even after you make a koinam, it's still aser behana. Even after you received hana, even after the person did meila. So even though we paskin yesh meila bekonamos, even though we paskin that there is meila bekonamos, even if it's a konam prati, even if it's a personal konam, nevertheless, after one is moel, unlike regular hekdesh, that after the meila it becomes mutter bahana, it's yotzei l'chulin. Here the din is that after the meila it remains asur bahana. It says in the pasuk lo yachal dvaro, and we ask what the kefal lashon is. Once it says lo yachal dvaro, then of course lekochol yotzei mipiv yaseh. Now it's telling us that even if he was mechalel dvaro, b'cholzos kochol yotzei mipiv yaseh, he should still do whatever came out of his mouth. V'lo nifgal yedei ha'meila ha'isr she'asar al nafsho. Because through his meila, the isser wasn't pokeah. The isser didn't go away. Perish. The Amar konam alai shlo asr b'konam alakol. He said konam alai only then, only on a konam prati. If it's a konam klali, then a taka goes out to chulin. But if it's a konam prati, then it doesn't go out to chulin, and therefore it says dafka nafsho. And the Meshech concludes, and he says, "V'have kemo shalech t'shalach, azov tazov, the perushan for glokach v'kvar lokat, kein hacha perushan for chilel k'chol yotzei mipiv yaseh." In other words, we have by lo tikach asayim alabanim. But even if he took, so nevertheless shalech t'shalach, or there's certain matanas you have to leave for the anim, peret and olos, and even if he took them, azov tazov, apparently he's referring, according to Rabbi Cooperman, in his Pe'er to the Meshech Chochma, he says he's referring to the pasuk v'lani v'lager tazov osam. So even after you're over in the lav, you should still leave it for them. And then that's what the Meshech Chochma says. The Perush showing for halakach, for kvarliket, if he already took it, he should nevertheless do them the mitzvahs essay. So here also the Perush is, if he was already mechalel dvaro, nevertheless kachol yotzei mipiv yaseh, it's still going to have a kedusha, like hekdesh, this konam, and unlike if it's a konam klali, where it has a regular din of hekdesh, that it does go out l'chulin, if it's a konam prati, it doesn't, which explains why it says nafsho. So Baruch Hashem, we saw chidushim uflaim, we saw how in 2 short paragraphs, how many kashas and terutzim the Meshech Chochma was able to ask and answer. So it's mamish zchus gedola to learn mitorah. So shall I go with Meir Simcha Zecher Tzadik Livracha. And we should be zochatak a little more dulam elishma v'lasis. We have so many more shtiklach to do in Parshas Mattos and Parshas Maaseh. Hakadosh Baruch Hu just give us the koach and the moach and the financial means to do it in Mir Tzashem. And we should continue b'simcha b'tuv lev of Meirov Kol. Amen v'amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.